Caitlin Clark finished up one of the most remarkable years of basketball playing up in quite some.
After a week of rumors and discussion about her future in the WNBA, Caitlin Clark finally spoke out in a shocking decision that stunned the whole basketball community. Clark shared her plans for the next season on Instagram.
She just absolutely did it all and became a magnet for attention and an icon for sports fans, certainly little girls, certainly mine as well, playing her basketball and watching her play.
Following the Fever's contentious playoff loss, the basketball community held its breath as Clark's social media accounts went silent. Both fans and commentators questioned whether, as the days went by, the tension increased. On October 2nd, Clark's Instagram post, which was full of gratitude for her freshman season, sent shockwaves through the league. In this video, we'll explore what this means for the Indiana Fever and how her decision shapes the future of the WNBA. As we dive into Clark's historic season, we'll uncover the impact of her choice and what it means for the sport. Before we break it down, please remember to subscribe to the channel. Are you ready to let's go? Reality has arrived.
But make no mistake, Caitlin Clark is doing things beyond her years.
The carefully chosen words in Clark's Instagram post were only the beginning of a season that revolutionized basketball's possibilities. How did one superstar manage to smash not only expectations, but the record books itself on October 2nd, 2024? As I think back on the past year of my life, I'm filled with gratitude and see you all in year 2. Caitlin Clark's Instagram was ablaze with a message that sent waves through the basketball world. Year 1 check. She wrote, "Thank you to the many people who have supported me as I've been able to live my childhood dream." With those words, Clark confirmed what fans had been hoping for, that she wasn't going anywhere, but what exactly made her season was so exceptional that it went beyond simply breaking records to include shattering them. In her first season, Clark broke an incredible 62 records, all of which attest to her unparalleled influence on the sport.
One of the greatest years of basketball with work put in by anybody ever.
Let's begin with the figures that caused statisticians to come up with new adjectives. Clark scored 19.2 points on average. Her 337 assists set a new league record, and her 8.4 assists, 5.7 rebounds, and 1.3 steals per game weren't just respectable figures for a rookie. They were elite marks for any player in the league. Greatest amount of assists in a single season, demonstrating her capacity to improve her squad as a whole, but it went beyond the numbers. A triple-double, not just once but twice, was something no freshman had ever accomplished before, but Clark didn't stop there. The significance of Clark's performances went well beyond the stat sheet. She revitalized an Indiana Fever franchise that had been struggling, and her 19 assists in a single game set yet another record demonstrating her vision and playmaking prowess. Under her direction, the team, which had been struggling for years, exploded to a 20-win, 20-loss record, their first 20-win season since 2015. But more significantly, Clark led the Fever to their first postseason trip, capping an extended postseason.
That's our goal. It's our goal to get to the playoffs. Our goal is to be in the playoffs. Our goal is to just continue to be competing for a champion.
Not only did their on-court presence win games, but it also increased fan attendance, caused jerseys to fly off the racks, and made the Indiana Fever an instant TV favorite. Clark's capacity to form a team. Every game showed improvement as she opened up the court and generated opportunities that left defenders reeling. The awards came in as fast as the broken records. Clark's unanimous selection as the WNBA Rookie of the Year is evidence of her supremacy. Another feather in her crown was being chosen for the All-Star Game with the highest votes, which demonstrated her ability to compete with the league's more seasoned players and thrill the crowd.
Caitlin Clark is way better, way sooner than anybody thought.
What made Clark's accomplishments even more remarkable was how she managed the pressure of entering the league with so much excitement. She not only met but surpassed expectations thanks to her poise in the spotlight, her ability to perform in pivotal situations, and her unwavering focus. Drew is compared to Larry Bird and other legends. Maravich, Pete. Perhaps the most noteworthy feature of Clark's season was how it changed the perspective of Steph Curry and even the legendary Michael Jordan. What is feasible for a rookie in the WNBA? Clark not only raised the bar, but also catapulted it into the stratosphere. Going forward, rookies will be evaluated against Clark's amazing standard, an almost unfairly lofty level. We understand that viewing this video takes up some of your time, so please remember to like, subscribe, and enable all notifications if you've made it this far and are enjoying it. Let's get back to the action.
But she also did it with the spotlight on her at a very young age. Fame is hitting this young lady's life. And very, very rarely did I see a misstep or something that I wouldn't want to show my daughter. Literally every step of the way, it's just like, watch her, watch how she plays, watch how she handles her business.
As Clark's fame grew, so did the target on her back. The WNBA sensation, the Phenom, was set to encounter obstacles that would try her determination like never before. Fans were enthralled with breaking season, but it also brought with it harsh criticism and unanticipated controversies. During a pivotal game against the Connecticut Sun, an eye poke left Clark reeling. What should have been a routine play suddenly became the focus of heated debate across the basketball world. Clark went down, but no foul was called. The playoffs were supposed to be Clark's defining moment, but instead they became the center of a firestorm that would engulf the young star.
As everyone else has seen this angle, I'm calling her in and I'm saying to her, I need answers.
Fans and pundits analyzed every replay of the event, raising concerns about the player's safety and the refereeing. They also questioned the poke's motivations. Christine Brennan, a columnist for USA Today, brought up the subject of purpose, which infuriated the WNBA Players Union and escalated the debate.
You went and kind of swatted at Caitlin. Did you intend to hit her in the eye? And if so, could you just, or if not, either way, could you talk about what happened on that play?
I don't even know why I would intend to hit anybody in the eye. That doesn't even make sense to me. But no, I didn't. I didn't know I hit her, actually. I was trying to make a play on the ball, and I guess I followed through and I hit her. So obviously it's never intentional. That's not even like the type of player that I am.
However, the eye poke was only the start. Did you know that Clark received 177% of the league's flagrant fouls? Let it sink in. Of the 144 players in the W, one person took an excessive number of hits, and let's not even discuss the numerous instances in which flagrant fouls went uncalled. The figure could have easily doubled the team that committed 80% of those infractions. Why aren't fouls called when Caitlin Clark is struck for severe contact, but when she slaps the rim? This is the Chicago Sky, whose head coach was just sacked. Padding quick technical foul, and not to get into the rulebook argument, here's Diana Taurasi doing the same action without receiving a technical. Why does officiating seem to be treated differently when it comes to Clarklets?
Let me show you. Let me show you.
Picks off the pass, and Diana Taurasi.
Look at that. Bro, she just did the same exact movement as what Clark did, except Clark hit it lower. Diana did it straight on and loud.
Picks off the pass, and Diana Taurasi, they'll count the bucket. And Antoine coming up for DT.
Right in front of the rest, blatantly not even acting on it.
The dark underbelly of internet hate expanded along with Clark's fame, yet despite the raging controversy, her handling of hardship only contributed to her rising legend. Clark's unwavering ability to rise above the noise and keep performing at an elite level earned her respect from both opponents and teammates. The controversy surrounding her season exposed her to levels of scrutiny and criticism that few players have ever experienced, but it also highlighted the complex landscape of modern sports startups. On the one hand, her unprecedented success brought new attention and excitement to the WNBA. Every obstacle she faced appeared to strengthen her resolve, and the eye poke incident, among many others, served as a focal point for conversations regarding player safety and improved officiating.
Yeah, I think just being competitive is who I am. It's what I've done my whole career. I think at times there's ways I can probably channel it a little bit better, but that's just basketball at the end of the day. No, that's never gonna change. I'm never gonna lose that. I feel like I'm getting hammered. I don't know. I appreciate Christy getting a tech too. Like, I don't know.
Behind the scenes, while the controversy raged, the league was about to undergo a change unlike anything it had seen in its 27-year history. What exactly did Caitlin Clark do that had everyone glued to their screens, from diehard fans to casual observers? The explanation is found in what can only be called the Caitlin Clark effect. Her influence on the WNBA went beyond her on-court exploits. Rather, it was a seismic shift that completely changed the women's sports landscape. Her presence alone broke viewing records that had existed for more than 20 years and propelled the league into uncharted territory.
And the Fever are going to be over 200,000 higher than the next highest total attendance in league history.
Clarkonomics, my friend.
Let's talk numbers. During Clark's first season, there were an incredible 21 broadcasts with her drawing over 1 million viewers each. This wasn't just a slight increase. Rather, it was a quantum leap for a league that had previously struggled to consistently hit those numbers. The Indiana Fever, who had previously been an afterthought in the WNBA hierarchy, suddenly became essential CTV, and the one thing that most of those games had in common was, yes, you guessed it, Caitlin Elizabeth Clark. But it wasn't just about eyes on screens. Because of Clark's captivating appearance, the Indiana Fever set a WNBA record by drawing an average of more than 17,000 spectators to each home game in a single year. Clark transformed the home court of the Fever into the most popular ticket in town. Even away games became so popular that opponents had to reserve larger arenas whenever the Fever were in town. From this angle, this was the same team who had the second worst attendance just a season earlier.
WNBA has seen record-breaking numbers this season in viewership, ticket sales, merch sales, and just overall growth of the league.
Beyond merely basketball, Clark's impact went far beyond the court. She became a social media hit, gaining over 2.9 million Instagram followers. Clark had transcended the sport to become a cultural figure, but what really made Clark? The impact of Clark's presence in the WNBA was not limited to her individual brilliance. It also included her ability to uplift those around her. Her playing style, which was marked by pinpoint passing and clutch scoring, brought out the best in her teammates. The Fever set a franchise record for assists in a single season, with Clark herself setting multiple assist records. Analysts compared Drew to none other than Michael Jordan, pointing out that she was able to bring the league previously unheard-of levels of exposure and commercial appeal, much like Jordan did for the NBA during his illustrious career, which was founded on the foundation laid by Larry Bird and Magic. Clark's playoff debut drew an average of 1.84 million views, the most for any WNBA playoff game since the 2000 championships, and Game 2 drew 2.5 million viewers, shattering the record established in Game 1 just days earlier. Johnson's claims in the 1980s weren't just hyperbole. The numbers supported them.
What Caitlin Clark has done for the game is generational, and I just, as a baller to a baller, I just want to say thank you to you, Caitlin Clark.
Absolutely.
For just lifting our game up, you and so many great players. But what you're doing, you're going to make all these women multimillionaires one day, like Tiger did, like Michael Jordan did, and we shouldn't hate on her. We should celebrate her, not tolerate her.
Perhaps the most amazing thing about the Clark effect is how it not only reduced the Fever, but also increased fan engagement for all WNBA teams. During her rookie season, it seemed as though Clark's celebrity had a gravitational pull that brought new fans and excitement to women's basketball as a whole, according to WNBA legend Tama Catchings. She summed it up best when she claimed that Clark had revitalized not only the Fever, but the entire city of Indianapolis and the league overall. Getting caught compared to how Magic Johnson and Larry Bird revolutionized the NBA, Drew suggests that Clark's influence might have an equally transformative effect on the women's game.
Yeah, I think it can't be overstated enough, like what she did to bring eyes to that sport. Whether people want to admit it or not, it's just a fact.
Her eagerly anticipated social media post eventually broke the hush as the dust settled on her record-breaking rookie season, but it raised more questions than it did answers. Would Clark be a one-season wonder or the cornerstone of a dynasty? See you all in year 2, she remarked, adding, There is a lot of excitement in the basketball community after Clark reaffirmed her commitment to the Indiana Fever and the WNBA. However, what does Clark's decision actually mean for the league's overall future? Her season wasn't just outstanding, it was historic. The future is now, the future is hot, and the future is fever. Expectations for year 2 are quite high now that she has completed a full season and has the opportunity to expand on her already remarkable resume. Her presence on the court not only wins games but also fills seats and captivates spectators.
Caitlin Clark is a superstar. Not a female superstar, she is a superstar.
We were coming to see Caitlin Clark play.
She moves the needle. The WNBA has been looking for someone who moves the needle.
The promising core that surrounds Clark Aaliyah is what gives the Fever an especially bright future. Boston, the 2023 Rookie of the Year, and Clark form a potent tandem that could rule the league for many years to come. Add All-Star Kelsey's rim running and accurate shooting, and Lexi Hull's versatility, and you have a young, talented roster that is only beginning to reach its full potential. Clark's style of play is a wonderful fit for her teammates. Her passing and court vision provide Boston chances in the paint and open shots for Mitchell on the outskirts. Don't try to leave Hull exposed because she's currently the most accurate three-point shooter in the W. As this core group gains more experience playing together, their chemistry and effectiveness are only likely to improve. Her continued presence promises to attract even more fans and media attention, potentially ushering in a new golden era for women's basketball. As Clark prepares for the 2025 season, there's a palpable sense of optimism surrounding her potential to elevate the Fever even further. With a full training camp and increased familiarity with her teammates and the professional game, many expect Clark to take another leap forward in her development. The question isn't if she'll improve, but by how much. Caitlin Clark's journey from college phenom to WNBA sensation has been nothing short of extraordinary. She broke records, brought a faltering franchise back to life, and won her fans' hearts in a single season. According to Nancy Lieberman, Caitlin Clark has had a generational impact on the game nationwide. Her presence has not only improved the Indiana Fever, but also given the WNBA as a whole previously unheard of attention, as evidenced by the soaring attendance and viewership figures. Clark's impact is changing the course of women's sports as the basketball world anxiously awaits her sophomore campaign. If Clark's rookie season is any indicator, she will continue to redefine what is possible in the WNBA. History is being made right in front of our eyes, and the greatest part, let's start counting down the days before Caitlin Clark returns to action. To ensure you don't miss anything, click the video on the screen, subscribe, and enable all notifications. We'll see you in the next one.